here with our squat continuum, and now it's all about the research. That's right. Where's the research on what's the best squat exercise for given muscles? For example, did you know that you can work your abs with different squats? All right? By the way, Mike, say hi to everybody.
Hey.
There's Mike. Okay, but exactly, there's different squats. So these are all squats with load. So how about a Zercher squat? Okay, grab the bar. Now in the gym you'd use a barbell. Okay, here we're going to use an elastic resistance with a dowel, but we can do the Zercher squat. Notice how it's going to engage the abs more. Now guys will do this in the gym roll several hundred pounds. Okay, this is 25 pounds of resistance with the black band. So go ahead, do a squat, and that pulling forward is going to engage the abs. So you're going to get that. So a Zercher squat is going to, anything where the weight's forward is going to engage your abs. But what about an overhead squat? An overhead squat is also going to engage the abs, and so is a front squat. So from this position, let's show the front squat first. Again, it's pulling the weight forward. That's why you're going to get a little bit more abdominal. It's all about that hip hinge. It's all about driving the hips back. And then, of course, just an overhead squat. Can you get that up overhead with that band?
I don't want to break it.
No, it'll stretch. Go ahead. The bands will stretch up to 500%.
Okay.
Whenever you're using a band, once you get to 300% stretch with a TheraBand, you're not going to get maximal load. That's as much as you're going to get. At that point, it's lost its elasticity. But anyway, a side note, overhead squat, go ahead. Again, it's going to have a tendency to pull you forward, okay? But a great hip hinge strategy, all engage the abs. Now, what if you want to get a little more hammies, okay? A plain old back squat is one of your best exercises to hit the hammies, okay? And it's a good way to really get the hamstrings involved. We've talked about that. You want to get down to 90 degrees, and you need that eccentric, that slow load. Now, what we're talking about today is all based on EMG studies, where they put needles in the muscles and they measure how much the muscles contract, all right? Another great exercise to hit the hammies is a split squat. So I can hold on to the barbell in this case, or the dowel with elastic resistance, or you can use chains, right? You can do what is called drop sets.
Yeah.
So anyway, like a split squat, really good for the hammies. Bulgarian split is the one we like a lot, and that really will get that hamstring firing nicely down and through that butt and hammy. All right. You can also use a bilateral dumbbell. You can load it however you want. All right. Now we hit the hammies. We got some core. What about the quads? If you want to get some quads, you can hit splits, or you can do fronts. Let's do fronts first. Okay. So front squats are known to drive a little bit more weight into the quad. So let's get the front squat going. And there you go. Again, working that front, we're getting abs, but we're also hitting the quads, okay? So the front squat's going to hit the quads. You can do like a goblet style, I'm sure, too, all right? And then, of course, split squats will also work the quads as well, because you're getting all the weight on that one leg, so you're going to get maximum load on the hammy as well as the quad. We all know one of the best exercises for the hips, for power, for strength, for the glute max, is the squat. And that's where this all started. So a back squat and a split squat are your best choices based on EMG studies to stimulate the glute max. So we've already went over them. It's kind of hard. You've already seen them. So now, subtle variations in foot placement, in hip drive, will also change the muscles. So you have to know how to find the muscles first. And we talked about the EMG studies on which exercises are the best. But you need that mind-muscle connection to engage the muscles so that you're feeling it in the glutes, in the quads, where the target muscles are. And I think that's really important that people realize that and bring that home. So load up those squats, do them right, use a hip-driven strategy as opposed to a knee-driven strategy. Now, side tip, why do you think in the gym we put people way out here, right? because this will decrease pressure on the ACL. They just don't want you getting hurt. This is a functional power squat. It's going to be in through here, where you're going to get that hip drive, where you're going to keep the tibia and the shin under control. You're going to get the eccentric loading, all the things we talked about in our hip series. It's been a great day to talk rehab. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. Good job, Mike.